Yeah, I'm going to review this Cace today. I got it from the UK. I really like this case. I replaced my AI crystal case with this one. I think it's supposed to be here in the United States, sold here sometime this month. At least that's according to Cougar. The fan in the back I'll be replacing today too. It is the Cougar fan that came with the case. I had another Ring Plus 12 back there, but I had to send it in for RMA. And I sent in one fan and Thermaltake sent me 3. I gotta like that. Also, I ordered 2 of these SSD covers to cover up the 2.5 drives in the back. I had to order these, came from Portugal. I'll put the link in the description down below, but I really like them. It has 2 little lips down at the bottom, which when you take the screws out will hold the glass. You have to slant it out to take the glass out, which is good because on my AI crystal case, if it slipped off a little bit, it would just fall. You had to be like tensely holding it because you were worried about breaking the glass. But see, I can unscrew these at the same time. Really like that. And it still stays there. That's the first time I did that. That was a test. And it wasn't the national broadcasting system. Alright, we're in. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put one of these in. But while I'm talking about it, in the other case I had more room to sit this LED strip down, but it's fine like it is. There is some space between the glass and the rest of the frame, so there's plenty of air, and that's the way it is on both sides, the front and across the top. Since I only have this rad from here to here, instead of a 360, it would go back there. I may sit something in there just to make sure I keep the heat from the radiator not coming back down in it, even though if it did, it would get sucked straight out anyway. And well, let's get to putting that in. Open this box of 3, 1 return and 2 free fans. Oh man. Well, there are problems with Thermaltake's fans and rising, but they haven't worked that out. There's a lot of screws that I don't need right now. I'm going to use the ones that are already in there. They give you enough of them. They even give you ones to mount it to a radiator. Alrighty. So I only need to take 1 fan out of here. Oh God, you're kidding me. There it is. And I'll just leave the other 2 in there. And I got 2 backup fans just in case. Maybe they sent me an extra 2 because they don't want me to call them no more. Here, take 2 extra. 1 blowout, you're covered. Leave us alone. I'll sit this down here out the way. Really, out the way. Alright. Now, I might have to cut something, so let me get my snips. How come I never got the tools I need when I need them? Hang in there a sec. Pretty good light. Bring out my iFixit kit. I love this kit. You can get it from iFixit.com. This is their pro self-repair kit. wrist strap, grounding you, plenty of spudgers and tweezers and priors and whatevers and plenty of screwdriver bits. Comes with a flexible bender, even though this is not an iFixit review. This is a review of this case. There are 3 fans in the front. They're mounted on the other side. Take the front off to put it up there. I believe you can mount them on this side, but you wouldn't be able to screw the bottom fan in, so I wouldn't do it. You could have put a rad here, but I'm not putting one there. I just put some fans for intake to bring even more air into the case. So there are 5 intake fans in here and 3 exhausts. That works for me. Really good. 2 SSD tray slots here. If you want to put SSDs up front. I don't think I'll be doing that. At least not right now anyway. Alright, now I need some light. I don't have a big expensive studio. We'll unplug this from the board. See, 3-prong fan. And then we'll go around the other side and unscrew this fan. Oh boy. This is where I'll cut it and speed it up. Now, the glass on the other side of the case comes off the same way. And I leave stuff all over the place. Get my sorting tray out. And we'll remove this fan. The only thing is the top is glass. All that hot air vents out of here. But you're going to need to wipe the top off periodically for the dust, so you don't look like you got an old dusty case. I'll loosen this one and then come around the other side and take it out. And then we'll move to the other side of the case. Now, the AI Crystal didn't have a lot of cable management room in the back. This has more cable management room in the back. Not like it's a super amount of cable management room, but it's better. Because I'm using extensions on mine, so that makes more stuff to tuck away in the back, which is a little bit of a problem. But let's get this final screw out of here. Alrighty then. This is the original fan that came with the case. The Cougar fan. Did its job. I'm going to hold on to them. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but we'll see. I guess I'll sit you down here with the ring pluses. The other 2 that came with the case. It only comes with 3 fans, 3 in the front. I don't know when it comes to the American market, will they have more fans or not? But you could put 3 across the top, 1 in the back, 3 in the front, 2 here, and there's a space for 1 fan under the bottom. I assume you do it from the underside, but I'm not worrying about that. And dust is a magnet around here. I live in a busy part of the city. Alright. Now we gotta put you in. Gotta get this in the right orientation so it matches the other fan light effects. And deal with this big super long cord. You get you a plain cord. I didn't take the panel off the other side. Oh joy. And I don't want to be reaching back there when the fan is on. So what I'm going to do, let me move these headphones out the way. Corsair. I love Corsair. And I can get to the other side of the case. I can move these tools, sit in the seat. Boy, I don't sit on them and poke myself with them. So, we're going to turn the case here. Guess I got enough quarters right back there. Make sure that this is on camera. Well, it is. And remove the other panel. I'm gonna be back and forth with this. Try to see that. The glass is nice and thick. The Conqueror case I've seen. I did like the design, but eventually decided not to go with that. Because I got too many RGB fans and I want to show my fans off. Okay. Not the best cable management job, but it was the best I could do with this thingy here. So, now we're going to turn the case back around. Hoping this is still in focus. Yeah. Rough. Now, and I got that out. Maybe I can get this cord through here. There it is. And it wasn't even jamming up on the glass. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yay! Yep. That's in the right orientation. Pull some of that excess off. And now I'm going to run to the back of the case again with the screwdriver I just misplaced. Oh, no, I didn't. And I said that too. Oh, but don't sit on it. So we get the same amount of spacing from the glass to the side on this side, which is cool for me. I just love putting fans in. They such a pain in the butt. Okay, let's get that on there. I was going to do a video on when I first switched the cases, but I'm glad I didn't because I ran into some stuff I didn't know. So I don't know if it's because this is a European version, but one of the 3.5 hard drive slots mounted the drive backwards. And I tried to mount it that way and it ended up damaging the drive. So the American one might be different, or maybe it was just a one-off. But in either way the case, be careful when you're putting a 3.5 hard drives in. I only got one, so it's not that big a deal to me. And these screwed in is a big deal. Oh, I need some torque on that. It's got vibration reduction on them, so we don't want to screw them in too tight, but tight enough. I don't want to hear them rattling. Alrighty then. So now that we're back around the other side, zoom out a little teeny bit. And get this from under me, geez. I need more screwdrivers. So you have the 2 slots in the front. That's 2. 2 SSDs or 2.5 slots in the back. That's 4. And you can put 2 3-points in. That's 5. 4, 5. That's 6. Damn. Well, my math teacher would be cussing me out right now. So let me put this out of my way. Alright, let's turn her around. But when you take the top off, that's one of the things, you need to take the front off first. And I don't really want to do this since I put my badge up here. But you can take my word for it. These are the fans for the rad, but the rad is up in the top. I put the rad up in the top. That was the best spot that I wanted it in, because I wanted my cooler and my RAM not to be blocked by the AIO cables. Now I'm going to have to wipe this thing down now. Fingerprints galore. Alright, first we're going to deal with this nightmare here. But I do have enough space. I'm really pleased with it. I don't know how much you can say about a Cace. It does come with a fan hub. There's a fan button up top. And inside the AI crystal case, this has more room. I wouldn't be able to get my finger in here like this in the AI crystal case. Not at all. But I get my finger in there so I can manage the cables somewhat. And I unplugged that drive. Let's see. I got a little bit of a nightmare here, so I'm going to unplug this drive, because I have to pull out the 2 controllers for the fans. And I hope nothing gets unplugged. And I got to make sure, when you do this, daisy chain these, it's 2 fans connections on this side. That's not the side you want to put 1 or 2 fans in. You need to put it on the side that has 3, and you need to put it in the correct order, or at least know how it is supposed to go anyway. Alright, this is like doing plastic surgery or something. Because this is controller 2 on the top. Alright, and let there be, okay. And I put that in the fan 1 port, and then shove this masterpiece back up in here. Since I'm only using 1 3.5 drive, the other drive tray I'm took out, and I'm using it to store stuff in, like the controllers for the RGB fans. Now what am I missing? I have a board in here for extra USB ports, so got that crap back here. There are lights under the case, so that's what this is for. An RGB string, but I just leave it at red. There's another red strip up here. Another cooler master strip, which worked out pretty cool. Come on now. Ain't got all day. Get back on there. Okay, that takes care of that. Now I just got to do a little bit of wire cleaning up. And what else can I say about this case? There's rubber, it has a grip to it. It don't slide very easy. It's got some weight in it once you got all the components in there. It feels really solid. I really like it.